Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Elizabeth and I sell cars at Nanaimo Toyota on Vancouver Island in BC. And today we're taking a look at the brand new 2023 RAV4 Hybrid in the XLE package. So this is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. They're going to be averaging 6 liters per 100 kilometers combined, which is 47 miles per gallon. They are going to be able to tow 1,750 pounds with 219 horsepower. They are a 5-passenger, lots of space in these, and they are Canada's top sold SUV, and for good reason. Besides amazing fuel economy and space, I'm going to go over all the features inside and out with you. And if you enjoy Toyota videos, please feel free to subscribe as I upload weekly and have lots of new 23 models coming out as well. So let's go ahead and get started on this RAV. Here we go. All right, so starting with the exterior, this color is called Blueprint. It's a nice navy kind of a blue, has a bit of like an inky tone to it. In the sunlight, you can see it's got a real nice metallic sheen. The front end of the RAV is very kind of square, a nice streamlined looking grille. You do have LED projector headlamps, a nice rugged looking hood. I like that the wipers sit out of view. I'll show you that inside, but they're nice and lowered down. And you've got these thin A-pillars. So you've got a quarter window in there, which is really great for visibility. And it's got the chrome accenting along the window as well. Down below, you've got the black fender flares and 17-inch alloy wheels with mud and snow tires and mud guards in the front and the rear. These tires for Vancouver Island, they're rated. You can drive across the whole island all year round. Nice protective kind of an underbody piece there. And your mirrors, these are foldable front and back manually. They do have the blind spot monitors in them, so those will light up every time a car is coming from behind you. And they are heated and power adjustable. Little bits of chrome along your window. Do have tinted back windows and a proximity sensor for your key. So it's the push button start. So you just tap on these divots here, it focuses, to lock the whole car, and then if you grab the door handle, it will open the vehicle as well. Up top, you've got the roof rack, so you can put crossbars across if you decide to get that accessory, and a sunroof, which I'll show you inside. You have an 8.1-inch ground clearance, and in the back, nice and again square. It makes for a lot more height in the back of the RAV4s compared to a lot of SUVs these days. Like most of them are kind of sloped, and it makes less headroom and less room in the back for your dogs and storage and all that stuff. So tons of room in these. Shark fin antenna up top. You do have dual exhaust, which looks very nice. This is a power back hatch. Got the back wiper, heated back window too, and a 55-liter gas tank. So we are gonna go ahead and take a look at the interior. All right, so starting in the hatch space, this is a push button to open or close. You can also open and close from your key fob or the dash. In the back, we provide rubber and carpet mats. Privacy cover too for this model. It's handy for hiding any of your valuables or keeping things cool when it's sunny out. Underneath, you've got a reversible plastic floorboard that you can also lower 1.5 to 2 inches if you needed some extra height. In the back, you've got your spare tire, your tools for changing that, and your wheel lock. You even have a cigarette style charger too. And this guy comes out quite easily. There's actually a storage spot for it right under here if you don't want to have it out. And that's what it looks like with your seats down. Tons of room in there. Easily throw a fridge in. Just close that. We're back over here. Soft text along the door. Kind of a brushed chrome accent. Popping these seats up. They do have a 2-tier recline, so you can have it in a rested position. And a couple cup holders with your armrest. Has this nice unique design on the fabric interior too. Almost kind of like a snowflake pattern. Rubber mats are along the floor there that we include. You have your own vents, a couple USB ports, and a map holder along the back of the passenger seat, but not the driver's seat. And taking a look in the front here, again, soft text, power windows, mirrors, and locks. You have the sill protector on there for scuff plates. 8-way power adjustable seat with a lumbar support. Again, you can probably see the fabric a bit better in the front seat. It's a bit lighter up here. We include the rubber mats again. I just got a little paper in here so I don't get it dirty. All right. So again, taking a look around at this interior, lots of space, lots of elbow room. Even you have this nice wide elbow rest for your center console, which has a couple of USB ports in there too. And nice kind of a bucket seating. It does lift along the edges, so it is nice and comfy. So I'm just gonna put my foot on the brake and push button start. And we are on. We're very quiet because we are a hybrid. The hybrid system will come on and off as it sees fit, so it might kick over in a second here because I got my heat on. There it goes. Over here you've got a nice little tray where you can store things, and underneath a lock and glove. With your dual zone climate control, you can be a different temperature on either side, or right now it's synchronized to the driver's temperature. You've got front defrost, rear defrost also heats your mirrors. It just doesn't specify on there. Eco Heat Cool will optimize your climate control to save energy for that hybrid system. This is your fan speed and the direction of where you want that going. If you want air circulating inside versus fresher coming in. And this guy turns off air to the back seats. Again, another fuel energy saver, because if you're only heating up here, it's less work on the RAV. Down below, you've got heated seats, high and low for both sides. I'm leaving mine on. Traction control. Nice little pad here with a USB port. If it'll focus, it's a bit dark, sorry. It's right in here, as well as a cigarette style charger. Here we have your shifter, backup camera, nice big clear camera. It does turn with the wheel, and you do have triptonic, so you can change gears manually. It's a 6-speed, so nice to be able to do that. As you can see here, this is an electronic park brake. You can see it's on. When I do pop it in reverse, it automatically comes off and automatically comes on when I put it in park. So you don't need to worry about accidentally driving with your e-brake on. This feature is called Park Brake Hold. When it is on, every time you come to a full stop, it will hold you, and a little orange light will pop up on your dash saying hold, and when you take your foot off the brake, it holds you, and when you use gas, it releases again. Trail optimizes your all-wheel drive system if you are going off-road. Some people use it in the snow as well. And then there's Eco and Sport. So if you twist that, it will change your display from green being the Eco, a bit of a dampener, lower RPMs, better fuel economy, or red, higher RPMs, a little bit harder on fuel, but a lot more reactive and zippy if you want to pass someone on the highway. And EV mode. This will use, if your hybrid system is on the fuller side, will use as much as it can at about parking lot speeds before reverting back to typical hybrid gas. Up top, hazard lights, your little fan controls there. This is the new infotainment display, so it has the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So once you pair your phone, you've got, Google Maps and everything that comes along with those things. So that's in there. Up top, you have your rear view mirror. And higher up you've got your sunglasses holder as well as your SOS system. So you can call fire truck, ambulance, police, and it has stolen vehicle locator. I believe that is for a year subscription. Up here, sorry, I've got these lights on. Maybe I'll turn them off for a moment. You have your sunroof. This button is going to be a one hard push and it will fully open or fully close. And you have this one here that will vent the back. Otherwise, you have a manual shade if you just want to close that. Like I mentioned from the outside, nice A-pillars, thin quarter windows, great visibility. You're not going to get a whole vehicle stuck in there. I've driven some vehicles where this just is a huge blind spot, but having this is very nice. And like I mentioned as well, from the exterior, you just can't see those wipers. Once you open them up, you can. It's just funny that they're so well hidden. And then in the back, you also have a rear wiper. These are also auto sensing, rain sensing wipers. So when you have that on, it will just go with the speed of the rain. And that's for your back wiper there. This is also a lovely leather wrapped heated steering wheel. So that button's just down here if you want to turn it on or off. It's nice and warm right now. And that's that power back hatch. You can open or close the hatch from this guy. This is a windshield de-icer. So as opposed to this guy putting hot air on the glass, this one is going to heat the physical glass along the bottom there. So it'll help thaw out ice a bit more quickly. And automatic high beams. They will come on and off automatically with oncoming lights or tail lights to help prevent blinding people. And dash lights too. So if you need to have those dim, you can. And your gas release and your trunk hatch, hood release there as well. Then you have a little lever so you can scope in or out your telescopic wheel, up or down. Auto lights, of course. And now you've got your display in the center here. So tells you your outside temperature, your odometer, only 9 kilometers old. The fuel economy is going to be wrong because we've just been sitting here idling and it's never been on a real drive yet. So it should average 6 liters per 100 kilometers combined once the average is settled. These buttons are going to go through your different displays, whether you want to see your cruise control, compass, music, trip distances, hybrid system when you're using gas, when you're storing hybrid battery, when you're using hybrid battery, it'll all pop up on there. All-wheel drive system, how much traction is on what wheel will show up. And all your safety settings you can turn on or off or adjust sensitivities. So LTA is lane trace assist, pre-collision system. This will detect cyclists, pedestrians, and cars in BC. That gives you 10% off your insurance. DSM are the blind spot monitors. I'll turn it off and on so you can see. That's what that looks like when it's lit up. That means don't move over because a car is coming up right behind you in your blind spot. RCTA is rear cross traffic alert. So if you are reversing and a car drives behind you, it's more of a motion sensor than a proximity sensor. So if you're backing up to a garage door, it's not going to alert you. But if a car drives by, it will beep, beep, beep. It's not a fail-safe though. You have vehicle settings, so you can change from kilometers to miles, English to French, that sort of a thing. So that is your display up top. This is your full speed dynamic cruise control to activate and set. So it will stop and go with traffic from 0 to 180 kilometers, I believe, and it will help read the lines on the road. This guy's lane departure alert, so if you're drifting out of a line, it will beep and kind of tug you in the right direction. It's easy to override though. This button's going to determine the distance between you and the car in front of you for that dynamic cruise. And if you do take your hands off the wheel during the dynamic cruise control, it will beep at you and it will disengage for safety reasons. And mode, that toggles between your AM, FM, and Bluetooth. Presets are there. Volumes here, and a little talk button. You can say things like, call Elizabeth. And this is for answering and hanging up phone calls, and just a back button there too. All right, so I think we have covered everything in here. Let me know what you think of the interior of this lovely XLE Hybrid RAV4. All right, so what did you guys think of the new 2023 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid in the XLE package? I would love to hear your thoughts or any of your questions in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and follow along, as I'll have weekly uploads with lots of 23 models coming out as well. Until next time, take care.